This week's show brought to you by Moses Incorporated, complete outdoor power equipment solutions. Welcome everybody to the Scott County Lady Cardinals News Graphic, 11th Region Playoff Coaches Show. It's tournament time for Lady Cards. They're in a different situation this year. The girls' tournament is second. They're both at Rupp Arena, so there's a week break in between. So the girls had a little bit of a lull between the end of their district tournament, which ended with a third consecutive championship. We'll get to that in a moment. And the start of the 11th Region, which took place, by the time you watch this, took place Thursday night as Scott County hosted Lexington Catholic. But how did they get there? 42nd District Tournament was tougher than I think anyone expected, even in the first round. It was only an 8-point lead over Frederick Douglass, a team that they had running clocked easily twice during the season. The Lady Cards had a big run to start the third quarter and rolled to a 99-59 victory. Still didn't make Coach Helton happy. He was not happy with the overall approach to the game. Some different circumstances led to them arriving late, and it looked like it. They struggled from the start of the game, and fortunately were able to get some offense from their defense and finally get on a run there in the second half to put it away. That sealed the trip to the final Friday night at the gym, the home gym of the number 2 seed, Henry Clay, and that's not an easy situation either. And they had beaten them twice with ease, similar to the Douglas scenario during the season. So I think everybody knew it would be tougher this time around, and it was. Henry Clay jumped out to a 7-1 lead and was with Scott County right till the end of the first half, but SC pulled out to about an 11-point advantage at halftime, continued to slowly stretch it out in the third quarter, and finally put it away, 88-57. Malia Owens, Morgan DeFore, Malaya Williams, all district tournament team, as they've been throughout the year, double-digit scores, and Malaya Williams huge on the defensive end as well. 30-1 were the Lady Cardinals with that win over Henry Clay. They've gotten on a nice little win streak here since that one loss to Lincoln County at the Toyota Classic, but there have been some highs and lows. Coach Helton would like the team to respond against every opponent the way they did in some of those tougher games, but sometimes it's hard when you've beaten teams during the regular season. And that leads us to the 11th Region. They had an advantage being at home Thursday night, but Scott County played Lexington Catholic early in the year, and it was an easy win, 79-41. Maybe not as easy on the offensive end, although they did put up 56 in the first half that night. Lexington Catholic gets a key player back, someone that averaged double digits, but Coach Helton will tell you, Lady Cards aren't the same team as they were then either. Obviously, a lot has happened. They won 2 out-of-state tournaments. They've had 2 strong wins at the Toyota Classic, and they've beaten some good opponents, home and away, down the stretch here to put themselves in position to repeat as 11th Region champions. Now, it's not going to be an easy road. I want to mention a time change, anticipating that the Lady Cards might get to Sunday's semifinals. That game has been moved up from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. Everything's been moved up 3 hours due to some weather that is expected to come in that night. So a little earlier start, which I think Coach Helton will be happy with, and potentially a clash with Franklin County in a rematch of last year's final. A lot of people saying that might be the toughest game of this tournament, and it comes in the semis the way the draw went. And if they're able to get through that, potentially Woodford, Henry Clay, Dunbar in the final, it's hard to say what might lie ahead on Tuesday night. But if they get through all of this, they would play the 13th Region champion, 13th or 14th. They'll play a team from the mountains the first round at Rupp Arena a week from Thursday. So again, they're going to have a week off. And as Coach Helton's about to tell you, that time off is good for this team right now. He's a little concerned with the conditioning in some of these games, that they're not having to play a full 32 minutes. And let's see how he approached that. Let's hear how Coach Helton approached practice this week and how he'll prepare for the upcoming tournaments. Scott County took advantage of the break to work on its endurance.
Strength conditioning. Sunday, it was just a great opportunity, because usually in our tournaments, we have to turn around and play on that Monday. The boys, it's flipped this year, because usually it's the draw Saturday morning. We got to get right back to the gym Saturday and Sunday and get ready for the opponent Monday, because just the way the state tournaments fell. But this year, we actually had the break, and what a great time for us to get our conditioning back, because we went back and looked at numbers, and Juliet is leading us in numbers, or minutes played. She's averaged about 22 minutes a game. you do that for the entire season, our conditioning is taking a shot. And I know I heard Coach McKee talk about that, and I really didn't put a whole lot into it, but our starters have played very few fourth quarters. They've played very few second quarters. And I thought at times, even though I felt like we were better conditioned than our opponents, our conditioning could have been better. So been a great time for us to get up and down the court, give them a little bit of a break today to get their legs back, and then we'll come in like a racehorse, and we'll blow them out tomorrow right before the game.
Coach Helton was unhappy with the Lady Cards' approach against Frederick Douglass.
First game against Douglas was just total debacle. I mean, I was just, I'm pretty sure you heard me real clear when I was not happy. I don't care if 40-point win or not. And part of that was on me because we didn't get to take a bus that night, and we met over there. And next thing you know, we're in Lexington traffic, and we're getting ready to warm up, and our kids are just getting there. So our focus had to be much better for that championship night on Friday. I thought our kids came in focused. Henry Clay played well early on. I don't want to say it was all us because they played well. They had a game plan in which I think a lot of people are getting the same film, and they're wearing that film out on how to get physical with our wings. And that's where our interiors had to step up. They're having to make plays because Malia and Morgan are really, really getting the body put to them. So conditioning-wise, I thought second half we had a good spurt third quarter. It kind of got the game out of reach. But we need to start better. Thursday night here at home against Catholic, and then we need to finish better.
Lexington Catholic will be a different team than Scott County saw in December.
They had their number one player back. When we played them the third game of the season, we scored 78. And Terry and I were talking, I felt like we had to struggle to score 78. And now I feel like we're a better team. I do feel like Catholic is a better team with their best player back. She's what makes them go. She makes a lot of things, from inside outside. She's a strong guard. But our game plan is no secret to anybody. We're going to try to, get the tempo going. We've got to get up and down the court. I still don't want to play in a half court. This team don't want to play in a half court. So the key is going to be tempo, and we're going to have to get adjusted. New officials coming in from the 9th region. So it's going to be definitely an adjustment period for us, and we're going to have to kind of go on the fly.
Having a home game is a great opportunity at Regions, but it brings back tough memories for Helton.
Once we started talking about potential issues with EKU, it came back and said, hey, this could be an opportunity. So obviously you want to win to be that home seed, but it does bring back memories when you've been around for a while. 07, that was Rebecca Gray's year, and it was Lexington Catholic LCA. They were one of the best teams in the state, and we were there. So LCA upsets Catholic, and we just knew that night when we heard it. We said, we're going to draw Catholic first game, or they're going to draw us, however you want to say it. And sure enough, Lexington Catholic come in here and beat us first round of region. So knowing that, anything can happen. But I sure would like to be on our home court. It gives our seniors one more game. And we talked about that senior night here at Campbell County. We have a chance to play one more game at home. And really, we want to send them out of here with a good win. And what's next is what's next. But Thursday is the only thing that I want this team to focus on and get ready to play.
The 11th Region Tournament could be more challenging for Scott County than the rest of the state expects.
I think we have better coaching in this region than a lot of people give us credit for. I know there's not the marquee players across the board, or if there is a marquee player, teams only have one or two. But I really do think when you look at the region coaches and the coaches that are in this regional tournament, and a few of the coaches got knocked out early in the districts, I think we got good coaches. So I think we're going to see schemes that are kind of combined. I think a lot of coaches are talking because it's one of those situations where it's late in the game, it's late in the year, there's been a lot of films exchanged, and I'm sure everybody's got the plan to beat Scott County. And so we're going to see a lot of things. Our kids have seen some stuff throughout the year, but not a whole lot. Based on what I've seen so far in the district tournament, though, I believe there's one common theme. And we're going to have to really come out and play well against Lexington Catholic. And then, we'll see what happens after that.
SC enters the tournament 30-1, but has its biggest goals still in front of them.
You know, there's been half times we've had to challenge them. We've had to, they've come in because they are very talented. And when you have a high-level team like that, I really think you've got to put goals in front of them. And you've got to, say, this is what's going to happen. You put a scoring amount, you put a rebound total on them, and they strive to meet that goal. I don't want them ever scoreboard watching. I want them playing together. I want them having fun playing together. But as well, respect the game. Because I think they're so talented, I think they know they can shortcut occasionally. And, right night, right opponent, shortcut's not going to happen. It's going to get us beat. So, really excited about postseason. This team, I think they're ready. Their focus on Friday night really gave me a good feeling because they just had that look in their eye. Our pregame was a little different. Our postgame, our halftime, a little bit different mentality, how we approached it. And, there is no pressure. Let's just go play. This is a fun time. This is how we've approached it. We've not changed our practice schedule any. We've not, changed our offense. We've not changed our defense. We're just got to go play, and take care of Scott County.
All right, that was Coach Helton. He's mixed emotions here about the district tournament, but he's certainly happy to be at Regions again, and certainly in the position as a favorite. But you got to go out and win it, and that's what the Lady Cards will strive to do here over these next 5 or 6 nights. We talked to a couple of the players that have made it happen lately. A key starter in Kennedy Tompkins, a sophomore, the youngest starter on the team, still very young to the game of basketball and continues to improve by leaps and bounds every time out. And Timothy Williams, who transferred from Douglas as a starter in 8th grade last year, has been a key player off the bench as a freshman for the Lady Cards. Let's hear what KT and Timmy had to say. Scott County had to match its opponent's first half intensity at districts.
I just think that these teams are coming for us a lot, harder this year and stuff, and really trying to figure us out. So it's gonna make us play harder and play more as a team and everything.
It was really fun. Just get to experience the winning and just knowing that you get to move on.
The Lady Cards expect the unexpected at Regions.
Well, they're probably gonna try to do things that other teams have been trying to do, or something different, try to surprise us or something. We're just gonna have to be ready for it and play hard and keep playing our game.
We just want to advance each round and make sure that we play hard, therefore that we don't have a big upset since we are number 1.
Being at home should be an advantage in round 1.
We get to play on our own court, and we're used to practice on every day, so that should help us out.